I'm anxious. I'm not anxious. I'm like really looking forward to seeing you.
I'm looking forward to it too.
It should be fun. It should be.
I'm just glad it's documented.
So, what have you taken before today?
I've consumed alcohol, I've had coffee, and I've smoked some marijuana.
So you have no prior experience.
To psychedelics, none.
None. And today's your first time.
Absolute first time.
What got you curious about it, and what got you wanting to do it?
In all honesty, it was a podcast.
So what was about that podcast that really got you into it?
He talks a lot about the next level stuff, which is the ayahuasca and the DMT, which is what he's more experienced with, and he shares that a lot more in his podcast and his own personal things that he's done. But he has also had specialists on, mycologists on, who talk about the psilocybin mushrooms and other cultures of mushroom. That got me really interested, and just the way he was explaining how psychedelics influence your mind when you're experiencing a trip on the psychedelics. That was quite interesting to me, but that's obviously a little bit more intense and not exactly something I would want to put in my body right away. But mushrooms seem like the most organic thing that I would want to start with and probably try at some point.
I think psilocybin should be looked upon as a nootropic vitamin. And there's a huge amount of interest in this. Johns Hopkins University, as you probably well know, New York University, UCLA, elsewhere in Europe, there's major clinical studies that have been conducted in the past 2 years showing exactly what I'm saying about overcoming fear response, neurogenesis, overcoming PTSD. This is now medically quite seriously considered.
Here goes some psychedelic stuff.
So what'll happen is you're gonna have this one batch that you made up, and then the second batch is just to like get the remaining psilocybin that's left in the mushrooms, and after that you should be good. I mean, you have around 2.6 grams.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Which is a pretty good amount for your first trip. And yeah, can't wait to see how it goes.
I'm pretty excited, and I'm glad that it's getting documented. So at least even if I don't remember the trip myself,
You'll remember the trip.
yeah. Then I guess I get to see it from a second person's point of view,
Yeah.
right? And see what I was exactly like. So which is kind of cool.
How are you feeling?
It's a slight change of reality, I guess.
Yeah. What do you see?
I don't see anything different.
What do you feel?
Just a little slowing down. It's hard to explain the feeling right now that's coming up over me. It's a little bit of a head buzz, kind of, you could say, I guess.
Okay. So you're feeling it like.
Yeah, it's similar to like a marijuana high right now.
Okay.
It's very similar to that. Yeah.
Okay. A little bit of static type of feel.
Yeah, like I'm a little bit more observant of the noises around me.
Okay.
Right. The static noises, that is.
Do you want to get another batch of
Yeah, let's do it.
tea?
Yeah.
All right. So here's the rest of it. They're supposed to do 3 batches if you want, but
I don't think I'll need 3.
I don't think you'll need 3. Is it starting to hit you?
Yeah.
There's your second batch.
Cheers to life.
You good?
Looks like a smiley face inside a cup. I swear.
Inside the cup?
Look at it this way. Like if you just move this around, there's like this marks, right? That looks like those smiley lips and the 2 eyes at the top.
Okay.
You probably don't see it.
No, I don't know.
You want to show it to the camera?
He's probably not depicting it right.
I mean, kinda. There's like a curve.
Yeah. I guess those 2 big blocks are eyes.
Yeah.
All right, man. So it's been another 20 minutes since you've had it.
Yeah.
How's your effects?
It's like I can't say it's much different than what it was before.
On a scale to 1 to 10, 0 being you being sober.
Okay.
And what would you put the last time we talked about it at 120?
This is a little bit more intense than that, so I would say I'm about a 5 now.
Out of 5?
Maybe. Yeah, it's just something that just came over me, I guess. But like, yeah, I picture like when I'm absolutely tripping out, it's probably like something that I have no control over type of thing. That's what I picture. I don't know if that's what it is.
We'll see.
Yeah, like I'll find out, right? But
Yeah.
for the time being, this is something cool. Alright. Caught my eye. And then when you guys went like super quiet, it was like I was very self-aware of all the background noises around.
Mm-hmm. Getting more and more intense.
Yeah,
or?
it kind of. Kind of. Yeah. Like the ASMR or whatever that's called.
ASMR.
ASMR, yes, that thing. Those noises got really intensified.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, like as soon as you guys stop talking, it's just.
So when we just leave you alone, you feel a bit more.
Yeah, I think it hits me a lot harder then.
It's less of a high now than it was before, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. So it's been 2 hours and
It has been 2 hours.
2 hours and 5 minutes actually.
Yes.
And I feel like I don't know what went wrong. Like I mean, I feel like you're not there yet.
Like the best way I can describe it since the beginning was, it's like I'm high on marijuana. That's it.
That's it. And
That's
now
it.
it's
Even that, it's like a lessened version of it.
lessened version of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why, but apart from that,
Well, we did have you take some more
Mushrooms, yeah.
mushroom. This time we just had you eat it.
yes. So I'm counting on that to hit me.
So like one other thing that you can do to intensify your high is to take some acid, and not like acid as an LSD, just like something that's citric and like has some acidity to it, like an orange, lime, lemon. I don't feel comfortable giving you any more because now you're at like around 3.2 grams altogether, and like they say that the first time keep it between 1 to 3 grams.
Something did hit me. It's just like maybe I've set myself a standard that's probably a little bit too high in that sense, which is like I should be tripping balls type of thing, which is something intangible because you don't exactly know what it is because I have no prior experience in this.
Mm-hmm.
But
Last Sunday, we had a subject who wanted to try psilocybin mushrooms for the first time, and I told him, hey, the night before eat as much as you want, but the day of, you're not going to be eating until it's over.
Yeah.
Right, and within 20 minutes he started to feel a little tingle. What he described to me was as a marijuana high. Could you explain why that would be the case?
In psychedelics, set and setting are everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I imagine that if he felt like he was, being on camera and interviewed, it might spoil his trip.
Yeah.
So what you might want to do next time is maybe have him lie down, listen to some, relaxing music, and see what comes up for him then.
He drank three batches of the tea.
There's a lot of biodiversity too, and some people are more susceptible to it. I knew a woman who, got absolutely smashed on 1 gram, and 1 gram wouldn't really do much for most people. So.
Okay. So if you were to try this again, how long do you think you should wait before?
A couple of weeks. But I think what's really important is to come into it with an intention. Not just the intention of getting high, but the intention of sorting something out, or maybe healing something in yourself, or maybe just going deep inside and finding out what comes out.
So we didn't get the desired result we wanted. We wanted to show people how to trip set a person going through a psychedelic experience. And we didn't get that because we were too intrusive as filmmakers. If you're trip setting a person, do what we did, minus the camera gear and the lights. A psychedelic experience can be a very cathartic and special moment in a person's life. So just be there for that person who trusts you enough to invite you into his or her life to take part in this trip.